Hi everybody, welcome. It has been a super long time since I have been with you on YouTube, and I wanted to come back today because I have been creating a way both with my personal photos as well as for my classes, etc. And I just have to share with you a super quick idea that I had that will allow you to create your simple scrapbook pages, taking it from simple to sensational. So I just want to make sure here, you guys, that we are streaming into where we need to be. So let me just double check here. There we go. All right, now we got it. We are definitely ready to go here. So would love to see you guys. Say hey if you're with me. But I wanted to show you a way that I have been taking the simple scrapbook kits from Creative Memories and making them sensational just by adding a few extra components. Nothing over the top, nothing fancy, nothing. It might be one piece of paper, a little strip of cardstock. So let's go ahead and hop on over to the other camera here. There we go. And so again, like I said, I just want to show you guys, right? Like I just want to show you what I have done here. So this is simple page kit number 9. So what Creative Memories has done is they are using one collection. That is the This Life Simple or This Life kit to create all of their simple page kits. And they come out once a month. So there has been one for every month. This is the 9th month, so for September. And I took that. So let me show you first. It's super easy. I'm going to show you how easy it is. You just make a few cuts and you can have your beautiful spread, but let me just show you guys here. So this is the project recipe, or I shouldn't say project recipe, the recipe kit in the page kit. So it gives you instructions and everything you need to create this 2-page spread. The stickers and everything are in it. Again, it has one piece of paper that you're gonna cut down. It tells you exactly where to cut it, and it is fabulous. So what I've done is I've created it exactly like they have shown, and then I just kicked it up a notch. So then I just added some of this aqua color here, Island Water, and I just added that to this here, and a little bit of rickrack, and I just kind of took it up a notch, like Emerald Lagasse says, kicking it up a notch. Okay, so I took it from this to this. Okay, so just adding a little bit to it can make a huge difference. So I'm going to walk you through what I did with this and how you can create the simple page kit, whether it be simple or kicking it up a notch. Hello, Miss Sandra. Glad you could join me today. So this is how it comes. I am not going to give you a price point here because it is different between US, Canada, and Australia. But this is how it comes. You have your one sheet, shows you the instructions. You've got your sticker strip here. And so this right here is your base. So you've got 2 pieces of paper and your base is already designed there for you. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take our trimmer and we are going to take this piece of paper, and again, it's so easy. We're just going to flip it over and we are going to cut exactly like it shows on the back. So we'll go ahead and place this in here. Now, if you have any questions, you line up the lines here on your dotted line. on your mat for your trimmer. But if you're ever in doubt, you can use these guidelines. So it's got these little plastic guides with a line on it, both on the top and the bottom. So you can use those guidelines and go ahead and cut. So we'll just go ahead and do all of our vertical lines right away, making sure that's lined up there, and cut. All right, so then we're going to cut these apart. So I'll turn that over, yep. And then I will just make sure here now that I line that up. Set this aside. And then we'll do the same here. Lining up. So you guys see how quick it is? It just can come together oh so quickly for you. I'll do the same thing over here. So you're just gonna cut on all the lines that it has. And if you get off just a hair, don't worry about it. You can use your other trimmer to cut, the minutest amount off of each one. So we'll just turn these over to make sure. And we've got a little bit of green on the edge here. And if we wanted to, we could then set this over, grab our new personal trimmer, and it is so fabulous. And we could just take this and just the minutest little bit over the edge there. I mean, just literally a sliver we can take off to take that green edge off. And then we also have these two pieces right here. And these two, find my scissors here, it has the lines marked in there. So we're literally just gonna take our scissors and cut on those lines there. So this will create the flag from the back side. Okay, we'll turn that over. Do the same thing here. There we go. All right, and then we have the back of this one. So we'll just cut those. For those of you that are watching along with me, have you guys used a simple page kit yet? I have heard a few of my members from my creative community say they're just too simple. I want to add, I need some decorative element to it. And so this is going to allow you to add that decorative aspect to it. So then we're just going to come back over here, okay? And it's showing us how to lay it all out. So we'll go ahead and lay the pieces out. So one is there. And I just want to lay it out. I don't want to adhere anything quite yet because I want to kind of figure out where all of my pieces are going to go before I do that. All right. So this is what I'm looking at. I love the peach and the greens together. It looks fabulous. In fact, you guys, this is what my wedding colors were back in the day. Was the peach and the green. But now what I want to do is I want to look at this, and it shows kind of the stickers using here on the bottom. But how can I add, kind of an additional element to it? So what I did is, and this is the magic answer right here, is the This Life Crafted Rainbow Paper Pack. So this has different colors on them, and these are all the colors that are used in the This Life collection. And so that is, all of these papers are going to go with any of your simple kits. So what's great about it is it has one color on the front and design. It's either like a crisscross, an angle, a polka dot. So it has that on the front. And on the back of each one, it's craft colored. And again, crisscross lines or polka dots. Oh, here it's got a little wave piece. But there's one of each color. So what I did is I was like, which color would, add a nice, would be a nice addition? Well, obviously I don't want to add orange. Pink doesn't, go. So I took, sticking along the kind of greenish aspect of it, I took out this piece of paper that's a little bit like Island Water, the Island Water cardstock. So I took that and I decided, let's just maybe add some scallops. Well, how do I add scallops to this base piece of paper here? And to do that, I literally am just going to use this circle punch. It's 1 3/4 by 1 3/4. But what I love about it is I could punch a whole bunch of individual circles and then cut them in half. Or you can do like I did here. What I did was took my ruler, measured the window and marked with a red Sharpie at the halfway point of each of these. So I'm gonna get a half of a circle every time I punch. So I'm just gonna line up the edge of the paper with those lines and punch. And it'll allow me then to just continue, and I can get them as close here. And I'm going from the back side of the punch here so I can see where I'm at. And if one happens to go just past the red dot, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so we're just gonna keep cutting, and I'll turn it around and I'll use this other edge over here. So I'm just gonna cut. I think I needed something like, let me cut here, or count 6 and 9. I need 18 total scallops. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just cut off my edge here. And then I have another raw edge or flat edge that I can continue to punch. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Let's see if I can get these a little bit closer together. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I might be able to get one more there. Yep. 17. Cut another one edge off there, so it gives us back the raw edge and the flat edge. And we just need one more. Okay. So I'll set that aside. And what I decided to do with these is place these along this orange edge there. So go ahead and take a minute if you are creating with me and adhere these pieces onto, so I'll adhere these and then I'll go back and put everything in place. So this is an added piece. I'm just using the one sheet of the Island Waters from the Crafted Rainbow paper pack. So it's kind of staying with the tones of like the green, greenish blue, the dark sea green aspect of it. So if you're here watching, say hey. I'd love to say hey to you or hi to you. And where are you watching from? So I have been busy prepping my house for painters tomorrow. They're coming to paint my ceiling. Ceilings, I say ceiling like there's only, but in all of the rooms. So I have just been busy getting ready. I created a layout of the process up to this point. It's a lot of work to have your house painted. I have done all the walls myself, but now we are going to have a painter come in and do the ceilings. We put up all new light fixtures, so that way if there was any mark from the fixtures that they could just cover up the line from it. Hello, Helen from Queensland. How are things over the pond? It's 7 o'clock in the morning over there. Well, thanks for joining us this morning. This morning for you, this afternoon for us here in the States. Oh, I might need a couple more, but that is okay. We'll go ahead and see where. The other thing is, you guys will notice here, 3 of these, if I put them in completion here, along this edge, 3 of them will go very nicely along that orange edge there. Fit almost, right? It goes almost, but I'm not going to cut another piece. And you guys will see what I do next will make a difference. Well, I only have 1 here and I'm gonna need a couple more. So we'll get our piece of paper back out. And it's warm and humid over the big pond. It's warm here. It's not humid where I'm at, but I do know here in the States we have plenty of places that have high humidity. All right, did you guys all see the launch today that Creative Memories came out with? Holy smokes, it was a good one. So if the wonderful day, really awesome. Okay, so now we've added those circles on. What I'm going to do before we go any further is put all of these other pieces in place. So adhere them so we don't have so much just floating around here. And I'm going to adhere this so I've got about 3/4 to 1 inch all the way around the outside of that there. And then to make sure the spacing is the same over here, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna make sure there's about 3/4 of an inch on the inside and the top so that it is the same distance from those there. Okay. And then I'll just kind of place this so it's about 1/2 of an inch above it there. And almost to that top edge there, so it measures the same. About 1/2 of an inch there. Okay, I'll get these guys over here. So I have found myself creating with this, I'm gonna go about 1/2 of an inch here around the outsides. Using these simple kits, and it's a great base. It's a great base to build off of. You don't have to think about the design or anything. It's all done for you, which is super nice. So then I'm gonna, where I adhered these, I'm gonna just turn it over and cut off the excess that we have there. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and place these guys over here on this left side. And the reason why I say to like lay everything out, especially when you're working with one of these simple kits, is because you may decide you want to mat this on something. You might decide you want to put it on a piece of cardstock in addition to what it's already on. And so it gives you an idea, like just lay it out, then kind of see like where you could add what elements to it before you start actually adding the elements. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to carry this color, this Island Waters color, over to the rest of the layout. So what I did with that is I just took some of our paper that we have left here, and these squares over here are 4 by 4. So I'm just going to cut 2 squares from this that are 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So I'll just subtract. So then I'll just add these to make it a double layout. So then I have added this color in. Okay, and all we have used is a little bit of this piece of 12 by 12 Island Waters paper. So we'll go ahead and just, give it a little bit more color, a little bit more depth, and you are good to go. So it's just taking, like I said, a very simple base and kicking it up a notch. Okay, so we could leave it just like this, but we do have the sticker sheet that it came with. So, obviously we want to add our stickers. So we still could at this point take these border stickers and place along the seam here. But I wanted to take and pull out a little bit more of this green from here. So if you have a piece of dark green cardstock, you see how nicely that goes there. If you have just a scrap piece of it, you can use that. If not, I didn't go digging before I came on, so just bear with me a little bit. But I'm going to use our original Border Maker system, and I'm going to use the Rick Rack Border Maker cartridge. So I'll just place it in there. Then I will go ahead, and I'm gonna need a total of 3 of the Rick Racks. Well, this cuts 2 at a time, so I am going to need 2 of them, or 2 complete punched borders. So let's go ahead and punch those there. And then do it one more time here. Now I'm not going to need all 4 of these Rick Rack borders, but I have them, so I can set one aside for a future project if I want. So what I will do here is, again, we'll take our base out, and because I'm wanting to, pull out that green, so I'm going to just turn these around here, and you see how they can just kind of nestle into each other there. That's going to save us on adhesive. So once they're next to each other there, we can just run a repositionable adhesive right along those. and then I can just pull them apart. And then I'm going to place one. So it is along this edge right here. When I'm done here, I'm going to show you that I also did kit number 8, and I can kind of decked it out or kicked it up a notch so I can show you what I did with that one as well. Okay, so on this one, what I'm going to do is I am going to line these up here. So I want to start there. Okay, so I'm going to just kind of measure it, and then I'll cut here along where it's going to come to that edge. Okay. Line that up there, so making sure. I love the rickrack. What does rickrack remind you guys of? For me, it reminds me of my grandmother when she taught me how to sew. Let's see, we'll go from that end. So we're going to use the same one. So we'll have one full piece of rickrack left there. But my grandmother's who taught me how to sew, to, you know, be kind of crafty, if you will. So I have fond memories of rickrack with my grandmother. So you see how that just adds color, it adds dimension, just by adding a few simple extra pieces to it. But we still now have the sticker sheet that we can use. So we have this border here, and you know, we've got a nice seam right here, or we could even go on the inside on the brown. But I thought, what if we just add that right there? And then it also gives us the ability to add some stickers here. We can, you know, a title if you wanted to. You could also add something over here, like maybe corners here. So you can use your stickers now to go ahead and embellish this piece. But isn't it awesome to see it go from, let me just pull that back there, to see it go from, oops, other way, backwards, to see it go from this to this, okay? And then your photos will pop as always. So just a great way, again, to kind of take simple to sensational. Let me show you the other page kit that I did. So I did simple page kit number 8. And this is a summery one. This one was super fun with that. And so this is the page kit and how it comes. And it's fabulous just as is, very summery. But when I look at this and I think summer, I think bright colors. And so what I did then is just took it and added a little bit more orange to it. So it adds a little bit more vibrancy to it. So what I did is I cut 1/2-inch strips, and I welded or mitered these corners. So I put this around the outside, and then I double matted these these mats right here on the orange, and then I added the orange strip on the bottom, and I punched using the citrus slice border maker cartridge because it says sipping on sunshine with the lemonade. So this reminded me, you know, the citrus aspect of it with the lemonade. So then I added that orange in there. So again, this is where you started, and then just adding a few little elements to it, you can kick it up a notch, adding some tools, some strips. This used less than piece of paper, 12-inch piece of paper, to add all of these added elements to it. So I'm just pulling out one color from it, or adding to it. And so again, my secret with that is most definitely this Life Crafted rainbow. And like I said, it has all the colors, so you'll find one color in here that can be added to any of your page kits to go ahead and just give it an additional, you know, kicked up a notch, if you will. So you guys, it has been awesome to be here with you today. And I would love if you can like, share, subscribe my channel here to allow me to continue to share with you. I am going to be back with you all in the next couple of days, and we are going to be talking about how to pair papers for your scrapbooking projects. So again, click the thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe, all those fun things. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Love and many blessings to you.